Hello guys, welcome back to another video, and today we are going to be doing another tier list. I just did one for Jurassic World Rebirth, and I don't know if I'm going to post that one before or after this one, but I decided I wanted to do a Dino Dex one, since I've been planning on doing this video forever, just I didn't get around to it, and I'm happy I waited since we have all the designs revealed now. So yeah, I'm going to be putting all these dinosaurs on the tier list. So first, let's start with Alberta Neckley, since it's first up in line. And I actually really like this design, even though the head isn't accurate. Again, these are going to be based off my personal preference, not on accuracy. I did do a video talking about like accuracy, why you kind of rank them there. So if you want to see that, I'll link that in the description. But Alberta Necklace, I actually really like the design. Though, I don't know if it truly S. We didn't really see too much of it in the show. We did get to see a good glimpse of the design, though. I'll put it in high A tier, like really. Actually, I'll put it low S tier. It's like a really good design, but it does have its issues, and yeah. Anyways, Ankylosaurus also. Oh, actually, I went to the wrong tier list. Ankylosaurus is also one that I think turned out really nicely. Though I do wish that the head was more accurate to the real life animal instead of giving it a head that looks like a lot like Euoplocephalus. To the point which I've seen a lot of people think that the Ankylosaurus is just a recolor and a slight remodel of the Euoplocephalus, but it is definitely a different model. So yeah. Ankylosaurus, I think they did a pretty good job, though. I think I would have preferred if they gave it the proper head. Anyways, Direwolf. This one, again, since it's personal preference, I'm not a big fan of Direwolf. Again, I think the design is good, just I'm not a big fan of Direwolves in general, so, that doesn't really help its case for me. So, I don't know, C tier, because again, it is a good design, so, I guess C tier. Anyways, Dreadnoughtus. Again, I am comparing these to each other, but I am going to kind of also slightly compare it to other sauropods in the Dino Kids franchise, but, it's alright. Personally, for me, Dreadnoughtus is not the worst sauropod. I think it's better than Amargasaurus, but after that, I think every other sauropod is better than it. Somewhat. Like, I think it's also better than some of the classic designs. Like, classic Brachiosaurus and classic Diplodocus, it's better than, but I think I like the Trex Adventure Brachiosaurus a little bit more than this Dreadnoughtus design. Alongside, I really like the Dino Day, the movie Diplodocus, probably my favorite, and Footolonchosaurus is leagues better than this guy. Accuracy wise and actual design wise. So don't get me wrong, it's a good design. I'm gonna give it B tier though. Also Europasaurus. I also like Europasaurus more than this guy. So yeah. Anyways, we're going to do Elasmotherium, and this is pretty much. I could not have wished for a better Elasmotherium design in this franchise. Elasmotherium is a species I never really thought was going to get into the franchise, but I always kind of wanted there. And the fact that they did it and it's pretty much perfect, I have to give this a high S tier. Probably one of the best designs in the franchise, in my opinion. And it's also pretty accurate. We're going to do Megaraptor next, because why not? Megaraptor, I am slightly disappointed in its design, though granted, we didn't really have much to go off of, so I made concert. And I was kind of also expecting this to look like the Amazing Dino World 2 Mape, except without feathers and instead with spines. And I don't dislike the feathers on it, just, again, it's the proportions, especially in the head. The colorations, again, are great, but the head just looks off. And I've grown, the design has grown, I mean, I do like the design, but especially when I first saw it, I was not a big fan of it. High B tier, though. Could definitely be better, but also could be way worse. I think the Megaraptor design is pretty good. Anyways, Sarcosuchus, this is going to be controversial. I know a lot of people are going to be like E, D, or even F tier for Sarco, but I don't actually hate the Sarco that much, besides the spikes. Okay, I'm going to actually have to put it in D just for the spikes, but otherwise, if it wasn't for the spikes, I'd probably put it low B, high C, since, the design, I actually, even though it is just a reuse of the Gharial, which can be proven, because you can actually see some behind-the-scenes images of the Sarcosuchus, and literally it's listed as, like, Gharial, so yeah, it's just a retool of the, Gharial from Jane, so yeah, that's not the only Jane nonsense that leaked in. I'm talking about you, Alberta Necklace flying, but anyways, yeah, Sarcosuchus, if it wasn't for the spikes, it'd rank higher, but I, honestly, if the spikes were gone, I think it'd actually be pretty solid. Next, Meganera. The design is good, and I don't think it's... Honestly, this and the Dino Dana Meganera are literally equal, in my opinion. Neither one is better than the other. So, B, and I think I actually kind of like it. Do I like it more than Dreadnoughtus? Yeah. I think I actually might like the Meganera a little bit more than Dreadnoughtus. Though, the redesign kind of gets me mad. The fact that they bothered redesigning a creature that already had a perfectly good design just to make it look not more accurate and not make it better. So, we could have had a different species instead of that, but, yeah. Anyways, now we're going to do Shibuya. One of the most accurate designs and one of the best in the franchise also gets S tier. We already know this thing is insanely powerful, as seen as the Megaraptor is the only one that can truly witness this. So, yeah, Shibuya, definitely S tier. Is it better than Elasmotherium? I think I prefer Elasmotherium slightly more. Actually, I think they're tied. I think they're about the same. I'm just going to put them there, though. Next, we're going to do Velociraptor, actually, because honestly, accuracy-wise, the Velociraptor isn't too good, but I actually really like the Velociraptor design-wise. Like, I'd put it above Ankylosaurus. Due to the inaccuracies, I can't not put it in S, but I definitely can put it in A, because it is a really good design. So, yeah. Anyways, next, let's do Megalodon. I'm not a big fan of the Dino Dex Megalodon, since, like, it's slightly more accurate, and even then, it's mainly just in the proportions. It's slightly more up-to-date to the long Megalodon. But, yeah, I prefer the Dino one. I think it just looks more unique when this is just, like, whale shark. It's basically just a great white shark, but whale shark's coloration, so not a big fan of it, particularly in my opinion. I think I like it less than Dire. Actually, I think I like it less than Sarko. I kind of want to rearrange this. I think I kind of want to put Sark. Okay, I think I'm just going to keep it like this. I'm not a big fan of the Megalodon, so going in D tier. But, yeah, also, yeah, just, again, could have been a different species, and also comparing it, saying that Megalodon had the largest teeth, even though Leviathan is already in the franchise and had larger teeth, gets me kind of mad. So yeah, anyways, we're doing Triceratops. I don't think this is really even a debate. Okay, I am going to make an argument that Triceratops deserves low E tier. Simply due to the fact that Triceratops, at least, it's a good design, but not for this franchise. This thing looks like it belongs in, like, Ice Age live action or something ridiculous. It looks like the Ice Age Triceratops. It's a good design, but just not for this franchise, especially since it's way less accurate than the other design, and looks worse than the other ones from Dino Dana and Dino Dana the movie. So yeah, E tier, that's the argument I'm making for it being E tier. Otherwise, it's still a bad design for this franchise, but at least it's unlike Centaurosaurus. Centaurosaurus is just not a good design. Not only is it inaccurate and ugly, but it's not a good design. The colorations are simple. Honestly, I'm gonna say now, I think someone commented this, so yeah, I'm giving credit to them. I can't remember exactly who commented it, but they said that the Centaurosaurus should have been Muttaburrasaurus, and I totally agree. Not only is Muttaburrasaurus actually bipedal, like they have the Centaurosaurus be in the show, since it should be quadrupedal, but it also just generally, the inflatable sac would have made so much more sense on Muttaburrasaurus. And, like, just generally, the colorations would look really nice on Muttaburrasaurus. I plan on making a design of that soon. So, yeah, Dinodex Centaur should have been Muttaburrasaurus. That's why I'm putting it in F tier, but I don't know. The Triceratops, the thing with the Triceratops is it just doesn't fit. It just doesn't look natural and doesn't fit in with the other creatures. Well, the Centaurosaurus looks natural, fits in with the other creatures, but it's uglier, so I don't know. Those ones are kind of you can change them either way, but I personally hate the Centaurosaurus more, but it kind of hurts my eyes to look at the Triceratops. So, yeah, we're going to do Colossal Squid. If this was a Harborotuthus, I would have given it high A tier. Probably, like, either right below or, like, above Velociraptor. But the fact that it's a Colossal Squid automatically drops it down to C tier. It's not really... First thing, it looks more like a giant squid. And even as a giant squid, it's not perfect. It really should have been Harborotuthus, since Harborotuthus would have had a beak that was twice the size of a Colossal Squid. So having it be this proportions and this size would have made more sense, since though it has been suggested that the beak size does not suggest it being larger than a giant or Colossal Squid, though there is a chance that it may have actually been larger. So it being larger than both of those animals would have made more sense. And also, you can't really, since we don't really have any remain from it, since again, soft tissue doesn't really fossilize well, you could also argue the proportions on this are not that bad. Because again, they're really bad for a colossal, they're horrible for a colossal squid in fact, and they're pretty bad for a giant squid. But this proportion could be argued to be at least somewhat accurate for Harborotuthus. So yeah, that's why this really should have been Harborotuthus, otherwise that's why I'm putting it in C. And then, the Dinodex T-Rex, which, let me see, where would I put this? I'm actually gonna make an argument and put this in S. At the very least, yeah, I know a lot of people, I think this is generally agreed upon that Dinodex T-Rex is a good design. The only thing that is really, like, an issue with it is the fact, there's two big issues with it. First thing is the fact that it probably should have kept the original Dinodan colors, which I do agree with, I really do. I don't actually mind the kind of blander colors on this design, but I kind of actually like the consistency of keeping the colorations, even if you change the design of the animals in this franchise. They've always done that, and then they kind of changed that for Dinodex, which I kind of dislike. But, yeah, generally, I think that, the other issue is the fact that it appears way too much. Mapusaurus should have took up at least half of that screen time, but we just have too much T-Rex. It's ridiculous, but at least its design looks good. So, getting S. Now we have the 2D designs. I'm going to start off with the 2D T-Rex, because automatically I actually kind of hate this design. I'm putting it in F tier. Actually, I'll put it in E because it's not as bad as Centaur. Honestly, again, another one that could go either way. I'm going to put it in E, but I could definitely argue it going in F. Perhaps. It just looks generic. Yeah, I don't know. I'll put an E. It just looks okay. It looks generic. Generally, I just really wish that it looked better than this. Now, move on to the other 2D designs. We'll start with Mosasaurus, which is easily the worst of the other ones outside of T-Rex. It's just a ripoff of the Jurassic World Mosasaurus, but I guess it doesn't look that bad. I'll put it. Actually, let me scoot these guys down some because these guys are worse. I think it goes high E, well, mid E tier at least. I don't know. Should I put the T-Rex? At least the T-Rex. Yeah, I'll put the Dinodex 2D T-Rex above Triceratops. Also, another complaint for T-Rex, it doesn't really look like the Dinodex T-Rex. It just looks like a generic T-Rex. So yeah. Anyways, going down here again. Let me just grab it. Hatzegopterus, also a really decent one. I could see this translating to a pretty cool design when or if it appears in the series. If they based it off of this, at least. Where should I put this? I'll put it B tier. I'll put it. I'll move Meganera down because I don't know if Meganera really deserves to be above it. So yeah. Anyways, Hatzegopterus, I would put it in a solid B tier. Now, moving on to Argentinosaurus. I prefer this coloration-wise, way better than Dreadnoughtus, and also the head shape matches a little bit better. So I'll put this one A tier, but a little bit lower on A tier, and then easily the best 2D design in the franchise, and one of the most accurate, if not the most accurate design in the actual franchise. Well, at least in Dinodex, Dinokairos. The design is really good, though I do have to say the colorations are a bit bland. And is it better than the T-Rex? This is kind of hard to see because we don't see the 2D species too hard. It's also kind of hard to compare them to the actual designs. I'll put it here for now. But yeah, this is my Dinodex tier list. So yeah, we have an S tier Elasmotherium, Shibuya, Dinokairos, T-Rex, and Albertonectes. A tier Velociraptor, Ankylosaurus, and Argentinosaurus, which I kind of want to move Argentinosaurus up some. You know what? I think I am going to move it. I'm moving Ankylosaurus down slightly and move Argentinosaurus up some. Okay. Anyways, B tier, well, A tier Velociraptor, Argentinosaurus, and Ankylosaurus. B tier Megaraptor, Hatzegopterus, Meganera, and Dreadnoughtus. C tier, Direwolf and Colossal Squid. Well, Harbour-Toothus as far as I'm concerned. D tier, Sarcosuchus and Megalodon. E tier, Mosasaurus, T-Rex and Triceratops. F tier, Centaurosaurus. So yeah, that is my Dinodex tier list. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. I do actually plan on doing a ranking of all the Dino Kids dinosaurs, except I'm probably not going to put them in a tier list. I'm just going to rank them. But I'm going to be ranking every single design, every variant of the T-Rex and every other dinosaur. Also, I'll probably do the 2D website designs, the 3D website designs. Pretty much every single design that I'll count. Pretty much website designs and actual show designs. Every variation of those 2D designs to the 2D imaginary episodes. I will not count drawings, though. So I'm not going to be counting, like, the drawings that Dex does of T-Rex and stuff. Those are not being ranked. The other thing, the 2D website designs again and the ones in the show, definitely will be ranking. Anyways, I'll see you guys in the next one, and goodbye!